What's up?
Let's trade.
You can fix just about anything. Guns, computers, people. Just gotta have the right tools.
Oh, huh?
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more may be constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
Piper.
Heading my way?
You know what?
You know where to find me.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
I think you're gonna want to go through this.
Don't talk to me. Might attract someone's attention. I
Whatever
walk
you
in,
want.
stab him.
They were right. I wasn't good. I thought you were dead. I didn't eat or sleep very much, and we haven't had dinner night since. It was just too painful without you.
She's right, Lily. We all had a tough time. But Bob here.
I'm sorry. I tried to escape. It beat me to a pulp every time. I needed to see you and Rizzo again. But it was just... They had me locked... Well, and that courser... He kept hurting me. Bad.
Oh, my dear Lily.
No, it's not like that. You don't owe any apologies. I mean, we thought you were dead, Lily. But Bob and the sheriff didn't give up. They kept pushing...
GCIRMS. He's right. The sheriff pushed me and gave me the room to set it up. Your friend got...
So you got a Gen 3 synth test where you don't gotta deactivate him first now? And you use that to figure out it was a body double?
That's exactly it, Lily. You were all I could think about when the sheriff greenlit the plan to get one. The sheriff...
Aw, I'd call a group hug.
Well, look who just popped. I know the sheriff wanted me to give you the orientation, but Lily here is feeling well enough and...
Hey there. The sheriff says you're in the club now. I volunteered to show you around and what's off limits and shit. And talk to you later, Babs. We got a lot of
That's fine. The sheriff, Lieutenant Dan, and I have a lot...
I assume we're on for dinner night again?
You better believe we are.
Stay safe, sis.
Come on. I'll show you around. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking my room back. I lined up a replacement for you, so it's all good. I'll show you where it's at.
How's a place like this survival?
Hey.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry.
Every scumbag in the Commonwealth.
green zone is locked down real tight, and everyone cleared for it needs to be given the orientation tour, so to speak. The FSD only suffers one fool, the one talking to you now. But for the others, this tour shows you what's off limits so we don't have any misunderstandings, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is the frontside storeroom for the FSD. This is where we crack open those Vault-Tec crates that Crenshaw and the Scavs find. You'd think they were booby-trapped or something the way nobody opens them, but nope. They're just filled with piles of nice shit. Makes you wonder what everyone out there is smoking. Those double doors over there lead to the service entrance where the caravans and scavengers bring stuff in. Sergeant McGilly's in charge of that area. He's a real Dudley Do-Right type, but he's good at his job. I think he and Oaks are in a competition for the most humorless bastard while on duty. Those barrels are full of cotton from Bob's screenhouse, destined to be turned into fabric and other textiles. Come on, let me show you why Babs might be the richest girl in Boston. Not that there's much of an economy left. Right here's where the FSD gets their money. They take the cotton Babs grows, gin it, spin it, and weave it into actual useful fabrics. Staff from Diamond City does most of the work for making the fabric, since it's pretty tedious. Then Luna screen prints the camo herself in large batches, cuts and rolls it into the bolts for Lucas and Becky, who buy it up fast as we make it. They both pay seriously good caps to have the only new fabric in the Commonwealth. Yeah, the caravans buy less, but they're also reliable customers. When you got 4 or 5 merchant caravans throwing caps at you, well, let's just say now you know how this operation stays funded. Babs' giant brain. Those red and black banners up there are the power armor units we got and their current operators. The sheriff is FSD-1. Crenshaw is 9, I think? But he doesn't usually wear his power armor. He says it slows him down too much. The sheriff says she does that so the civilians know who's in that helmet. She says it puts him on the FSD's side. And I gotta hand it to her. It must be working. Kids have their favorite deputies and follow them around at the marketplace. They love that mean red glare, and how much it scares the shit out of any of the schmucks dumb enough to fuck with Diamond City. Speaking of power armor, I wonder if Lieutenant Spears is in the bay. Let's go say hi. So, we're gonna go into the main area of the department now. You know DP, but you ain't met Luna yet. The two of them made the 3 stained glass windows with Luna's fusion kiln to try and match the ones in the diner. Babs used some of her chemistry voodoo to color the glass. I think they did a pretty good job, if you ask me. Anyway, that's the power armor bay back there, and as I figured, Lieutenant Spears is working on power armor. He heads up the mechanized force in the department, the power armor units. He knows his shit about how to fight in them. So much that he teaches some seriously effective power armor tactics classes. I passed him with flying colors and took the course again. It's just that good. Come on, he's a pretty cool guy. Let's go say hi. Yo, Spears! How's the heavy metal?
Hey, little Lily. There she is, Diamond Lil, back from... I don't know what I'd do without my favorite power armor courier.
Favorite power armor courier? Only power...
You got me there, but I still wouldn't trade your supply for anybody else's. I'm surprised to see you up and around so soon.
I got a headache, but so far I'm holding it together. Hey, is that the sheriff's T...
Actually, that is a second T-53 the Outcast traded us for. I love them. They may not have the speed of a T-beat on it. Dip it in glue, store it in wet salt for a year, the T-53 don't care. You just...
Those are so badass looking, like Like medieval knights or something. You gonna put those same black wings on it like you did for the...
Those wings of hers generate a EMP field. Any toaster that lays their hands on the ware goes down like a ton of bricks. But yeah, we're planning on getting a few of these units unless by some miracle someone destroys them.
Fat chance of that. None of us are that lucky. Oh, hey, so this is my friend here. The one that helped Crunch. The sheriff said the Green Zone tour was in order for that little...
Oh yeah, I heard something about Iggy getting some help. The end? Oh no. And that's how we work here. I think you'll fit in nicely. So how's your frame handling my little improvements?
Oh man, Spears, they're amazing! I can bench press a bus. Last guy I came across, I turned the knees and elbows 90 degrees the wrong way. Guy looked like he was walking with... I mean, he wasn't really walking. He was screaming. In agony. I guess you had to be there. I even got a bet with Crenshaw I can shove one of their heads up their own asses with it. 25 caps.
First I give you the best liners I've ever made in my entire life, then you stomp around with that glowing blood all over your leg, and now you're gonna use my servos to shove a raider's head up his own ass? Like, literally?
Hey, number one, it's called a personality, you military type shit. Second, you tricked out my frame for a reason, right?
The reason was to keep you safe, but I suppose Lily will be Lily.
You talking the Raiders' ass?
Great to have.
You know it, Spears.
The EMR emitter is on and all readings on it are nominal. If it works at all, it's working now. That radio station is too fuzzy for a clear signal.
Which means if the Institute tries to...
There she is! Yo, Sheriff! How's it hanging?
Not now, Lily.
I'll be real quick.
You're never quick.
So I wanted to thank you for letting my friend...
Don't mention it.
Nah, seriously.
No, please, I mean it.
Ooh, what you got cooking up?
No, we're done with that. The Institute kidnapped you and would have killed you for what you know. You've never seen Luna at the meetings, have you? And she's safer for it. We can't have you knowing too much anymore.
Okay then. Can I talk to you about taking the synth hunter job?
Absolutely not.
But...
No.
Aw, that's bullshit. I can fight just as well as any of your...
Because it's my call. Crenshaw's intel said other civilians in the bleachers are marked too.
But...
You're not getting...
Well, shit.
Look. It's not happening, Lily, but I want to talk to you later. Come find me after I'm off duty. Alone. It's important.
Okay.
Sure.
Lock it when you're done. Make sure the other measures are...
Thanks, Sheriff. Didn't...
Will you leave?
Love you too, Sheriff. I'll stop. All right, then.
Aye.
You want to stick close to Lily during the orientation to avoid getting shot. Free advice.
So that was Lieutenant Dan with her. He's number 2 and was in the Brotherhood of Steel... Ooh, donuts! The Brotherhood of Steel Corps Engineers. Something they call an engineer scribe. He was... one of the ones in the sheriff's squad who turned outcast with her, along with the 3 other lieutenants, including Crenshaw. They brought the T-60s they purloined from the Brotherhood when the sheriff agreed to stay and head up the FSD. Us townies call them the 4 Horsemen, on account of them rolling into town with those T-60s on horse-drawn carriages. Anyway, don't let that scribe designation fool you. Lieutenant Dan got the same field training the rest of them did. He'll fuck some unlucky shit's day up just as fast as the other 3. But a lot of the machinery, HVAC, the sheriff's arm, and just about anything with moving parts around here is working because he made it work. It looks like they were going over the data that Crenshaw collected. As much as I hate to admit it, it is safer we don't know that stuff. I ain't eager to get kidnapped again and have my head drilled a second time.
Somebody went to a lot of effort to keep folks out of here.
You came from across the Charles? Long hike.
This is the front end of the FSD. You got desk where they do boring paperwork, and a smoky room of body odor they call the break room back there. Through those bars is the weapons storage and locker room. It'd be best if you just didn't go in there, otherwise they get pretty upset. Up here's the pride and joy of the FSD scavvers. They dug this mosaic out of the lobby of Cambridge Polymer, rigged it, and got it across the river. If that wasn't enough, they hoisted it all the way up here and got it through the window in one piece. It's a real beauty, isn't it? Anyway, they call this area the Yellow Zone, because Oaks can clear people to come in here one at a time, if they need it. Usually they're the medical emergencies or the more specialized contract hunters. Like the synth hunter job I apparently can't have. Ugh. And we're not gonna bother saying hi to Oaks at the entrance. Trust me, he doesn't want to talk. And he's got his reasons. Besides, he knows you're good. You wouldn't be in the green zone if he and the sheriff didn't agree on it. He might not be one of the lieutenants, but that's in title only. He's been with the FSD from the minute they were a thing. He's a Diamond City native. I've known him my whole life. But he's going through some difficult stuff right now. Best to let him be. Normally, Commander Delano, Angie, is at the front window. Must be off doing something. We're gonna swing by her room. I'll introduce you later. But for now, we're heading for right field.
We've got purified water inside the city. Best drink in the Commonwealth.
This long-ass tunnel is the pipe chase leading to right field. Yeah, I know the stairs are a little overdone, but the FSD likes to be intimidating. You're gonna come to learn we're big on sending messages in the bleachers. Besides, you have to admit the flaming synth skulls are kinda cool. Mostly this tunnel just takes you to right field and back. Sometimes you'll see the deputies bowling or finding some private time.
Nothing to see here.
So I gotta warn you, we're about to head into right field. This is pretty much where all the deputies who don't have homes in Diamond City live. They got their homes, families, beds, businesses, dinner tables, and private lives back there. And they're rightfully proud of what they made. I'm not saying it's off limits to anyone else, because merchants and city residents go back there to do business all the time. But we're guests in a home. So you gotta keep that in mind. We need to be respectful.
Feral ghouls like to hide in the dark. Makes night patrol a real fright fest.
Right field, the home range of the FSD. Other than the Slocums, this side was the ticket office. When we opened up the next room up there, we found a short-ass ghoul sitting in a pile of torn-up tickets, mumbling to himself at the floor. I guess he got trapped down here from the blasts, turned into a ghoul, and went insane from the isolation, and being in pitch black for 200 years. I mean, he wasn't a feral. He just kept yammering nonsense about ticket stubs as he wandered out into the city. Nobody saw him again. Fucked up, I know. So we named the place the Stubbs, in honor of Stubby, the Stubby Ghoul's random babbling. Maybe he'll be back. Who knows? Anyway, this little establishment must have been the answer Slocum's Joe had for the left field diner. It was pretty fucked up when we first cracked open the door and let Stubby wander out. Over 200 years, he made a mess of just about everything. But after hauling a lot of rubble and trash, I fixed it up pretty nice. The wiring was intact, so was the plumbing. Nobody had used it. DP made the chandeliers you see up there, and I painted anything you see on the walls on this side that ain't a donut. And then the sheriff took over. You'll find the deputies playing poker most nights. Sometimes this incels and edgelords game that Crenshaw found. It's a real strange game. You still gotta go over to DP's for a real meal. But they make donuts here using ramen lard, Bab's sugar beets, and razor grain flour. They still haven't found nobody to staff the place permanently. Last guy ended up eating most of the donuts. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the old ticket office up here through this door into the residential district. First on the list to meet is Gary. He's our surgeon, the one who got those fucking needles out of my head after you guys saved me. He's a really nice guy and a great doctor, but he's pretty shy. He's a resident here, so be respectful and let me do the talking at first. Got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. We're always in such a hurry. Hey, yo, Gary!
Gary!
My man! Thanks for patching me up. Sorry to sneak out in the middle of the night, but I needed to...
Gary!
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary!
Nice, nice. Glad to hear...
Gary!
Gary! You dog! I had no idea.
Gary!
That long? Wow. You should have told me sooner.
Gary!
Yeah. I know people made fun of me and Rizzo going out at first, too. I don't blame you. I promise I won't make...
Gary!
Well, that's a pretty name. I ain't never heard it before.
Gary!
Irish, huh? Well, that goes with the Boston decor. What's left?
Oh, Gary.
I bet she is. Not just any catcher's mitt off the street can bag the Gare Bear.
Gary.
Really? If a coffee's that good, we could always use someone running herd on the Slocum's counter down there. I don't have to tell you how
Gary.
No way. That's awesome. We could use some good coffee.
Gary.
Wow. That really does sound serious. You got room for her in there?
Gary.
You got a point. She, McGilly, and Evans somehow fit all that into one room. I'm so happy for you, Gare Bear. I can't wait to meet this girl of yours.
Gary.
So the sheriff said she's not gonna let me take the scent hunter job.
Gary.
Oh, not you.
Gary.
It's fucking conspiracy. Anyway, this is my friend. One part of the multi-person effort to spring me from the Institute. The sheriff and Oaks said we're good now.
Gary.
Hey, what the hell's gotten into you? Remember what I... If you don't want to be back here, just say so. No need to treat people like shit. You're not doing yourself no... You don't gotta be rude to...
Gary!
You heard the man. He's willing to let it go.
Hey there. Gary.
Hey, yo, Gary!
Gary!
My man.
Sure.
Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Gary.
I bet you.
Right. Uh-huh. Gary.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I don't have to tell you.
Gary.
I'm so...
Gary.
So the sheriff...
Gary.
Oh, no.
Gary.
It's fucking conspiracy. Anyway.
Gary. Gary.
Talk to you later, Gary. We gotta get going anyway. I want you to meet Sister Luna. If Babs is my best friend, then Luna is a close...
Excuse me. Gary.
Where's my girl? Hey, Luna!
Oh, Lily! You're conscious. Oh, it's so good to see you. I didn't know how long Gary was gonna keep you. He closed that shutter and wouldn't let anyone else but Babs in that room while he worked. I didn't see you in the bed this morning and thought the worst.
Discharged? Ha! No. I walked out of there myself in the middle, went straight to Babs and collapsed in a bed while she did nerd stuff at a desk. I needed to be home.
I do. Sometimes just safe isn't...
I'm sorry, Luna. Evan is Luna's kid, my nephew from another mother. I'm sure you'll see him walk. Watch out for his Lago bricks on the floor around here. It's like stepping on nails.
It's not your fault, Lily. Of course, you were out cold, but he's in the middle of a lesson with Sawicki. But he can't wait to see his Aunt Lily.
I don't know. I had a weird dream when I was asleep in Babs's room.
No, it's not weird at all. You went through hell.
Of course I will. We'll see.
Yeah, I remember. Now that we got our Lily back?
Luna's the one who does the camouflage print.
To be fair...
She also talked Becky and Luke.
Fuck yeah, I did. It's top shelf fabric. And because I had... Lucas always talked.
Yeah, I should mention...
Sure.
Speaking of remember what I was telling you about Shelly, Sora, and Sean? They found a nice building right on the water by some place...
So the Commonwealth finally has another nightlife option? About time. I hope it's not a shithole.
Yeah, they showed up at the service entrance for 3 large rolls of PFP. I guess Shelly's been... Sora spoiled herself with these...
Oh, look at this spread.
That's exactly what that is. One of a kind. Crenshaw found a merchant and good neighbor who has contacts. The same one that told him about that gunner shithead your friend took out. You know, I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but... You know that gun? That was the one who was behind the Fat Man during that ambush on Diamond City years ago. That fucker killed a lot of people with that one shot. Not the least of which were Oakes' wife and little daughter. They caught a lot of those gunners alive that day, but that son of a bitch got away. I'm not gonna say anything else out of respect for Oakes, because...
You ain't heard about that yet, but that was the day the sheriff sent a message to the gunners. The day the F.N. You catch Oakes in the right mood and feed him enough whiskey, he might tell you. The rest of us don't talk about it because it's so personal for him. And the sheriff, well, speaking of the sheriff, get this. She won't let me...
Good.
What?
She doesn't want to lose you again. Neither do I.
For fuck's sake, Luna, I can handle my...
You're right. It's not fair. And I'm going to tell the sheriff, me and Gavin don't want you to have it either.
Damn it!
The job's been open for a while.
It's hard to... It's just... When I saw the fake me on that card, and them in their fucking lab coats, the synths are a part of it. That Courser, he was so... Those meat wagons ain't victims.
Sure.
Look, you forget about the...
I'm gonna shoot every goddamn synth I see on the spot.
Have you spoken to Rizzo yet?
You know, you're right, Luna. I should head out there before he...
I bet one of Crenshaw's scouts...
Yeah!
Tell you what. You finish up your tour with your friend.
Right.
Yeah, sounds like a...
You got it.
Okay, bye, Luna. So Luna and her husband are refugees from Far Harbor. Luna ran with the Atom cult to survive after her father died when she was a tweener. That's why she's got a face tattoo, and we call her Sister Luna. Well, she never really fell for the whole gods and uranium thing they were selling. Her husband, Sergeant McGilly, is the guy in charge of the security at the rear entrance. Luna says he was the local good guy. You know, the local constabulary by popular consent. Real good at his job, too. Helped a lot of little old ladies and shit. Makes him a natural as the rear gate point. They met in the woods by chance. And you know how it goes. One meeting became a lot of them, and Luna gets knocked up. Normally, it's a happy time. But Luna's cult would have killed her and her baby for it, and McGilly's people wouldn't have let him ever see her again. Each option ends with Luna and the baby dead in the woods from either starvation, the elements, or execution. Take your pick. So they packed up in the middle of the night, ran away south in this direction in a not entirely trouble-free trip. I found him in a spot of trouble way up north near Salem. Bailed him out and let him down here. Turns out, Luna's dad was a tailor and blacksmith. So she earned her keep at the cult by fixing up that old marine armor for him. Now we got her. It's the skills that turn old combat armor and our plain white fabric into the threads you see our guys wearing. So I've known this next guy up here all my life. He was Arturo's mentor before... well, you'll see. We're real lucky to have him here with us. He was a chemistry or explosives expert or something with the military before the war. Knew all about ballistics, too. I'll let him explain it. Hey, Whitworth.
There's the lady of the year. Everyone's talking about... Carrie was real embarrassed. How you feel?
Okay, I guess. Still sore, but...
If you say so, kid. Just... After 250 years, I've seen... Everyone was there when Bob and Gary dragged you into his medical bay. We saw those... What the Institute did to you. I've seen evil like that before. Now, I ain't saying you can't hack it, just...
Thanks, Whit. Right now, I'm just...
Hey there. Crenshaw told us all about your... Those sardine can firefights ain't fun for nobody. Whether I'm actually in this... McDonough said I'm not. Probably because he doesn't have the minerals to send his goons up here to the sheriff's department to remove me. I used to live down there. I owned a majority stake in the weapons shop down there with Arturo as the other owner and my apprentice. When they banned ghouls, Arturo bought the rest of the shop off me, and I came up here. Last time I saw McDonough, he was flapping his lips about how it was illegal for me to live in the wall too, and I told him if he wanted me out, he'd have to waddle his own fat.
McDonough was willing to kick a ghoul with 200 years of firearms and explosives. The sheriff? And she's not so eager to shoot herself in the foot as the rest of Diamond City. So now...
That was several years ago. Needless to say, I ain't heard from Mc... And speaking of firearms experience, I cleaned it up real nice. I was gonna give it to Bob for sentimental value.
Oh, there it is! Hey, can I get 5 frag grenades and 10 boxes of shells for the gun while I'm...
Sure thing, kid.
You know? Don't worry. When I say Babs is rich from that fabric thing, I mean...
Sure. God knows I wish I'd thought of making new fabric 100... If you ask me, that ain't a greenhouse and a loom weaver she's got over there. It's a money printing. Here's your grenade.
Thanks. Hey, Luna was just telling me about this... Maybe you should take your guitar there.
Yeah, I heard about it too. I always liked Sora. If anyone can keep that place together in the middle... I'll go ask Luna.
Awesome.
Right. You watch yourself.
It's just living space beds down there. Nothing like the flash of the diner, but it's part of the tour. With any luck, we'll catch Crenshaw before he heads out again. Because I want to talk to him while he's still around. There's a good chance Harkins is there too. She's funny. Like the cynical aunt you wish you had known your whole life. There's
Another
roomies
car.
with Oaks down here in the first room, who sold his place in the infield when he lost his family in the attack you mentioned. She's the best goddamn shot in the Commonwealth, hands down. She backs up that claim every year by winning the Boston shoot-off, too. Nobody else has placed first since she got to town. I swear, she could shoot the pecker off a rag mite from the other side of the city. She heads up and trains the FSD snipers, teaches them about scopes, wind, other tactics, and even pressing their own bullets. She knows her shit. They're all over the place up in those buildings around here, and you'd never know it until you had a giant hole in your neck. She's one of the Four Horsemen, too, ex-Brotherhood, which explains why she can tell you how many grains of powder are in a hand by weight alone. Hey, Linda, you still awake?
Lily, there you are. Yes, I was just reading my book a little before hitting the sack. Gary said he discharged you earlier, but I don't believe that for a second.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you got me. Yeah, I went to bed. I'm a little slow still, but a lot of people want to see me.
The Institute, but quite a...
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Super lifer like me. You know me, perch all night.
You still living it up?
Like I have a choice. The tap house is a dump and everyone in the dugout in is... Seems like I have a reputation. That leaves Good Neighbor as the only place left I can have a decent time. Best...
Hey, I don't know. Luna was talking about a new place called, It's supposed to be over on the East Shore. They're a bar and a club.
Sorta, right? Didn't that little shit grope her? Then she went to McDonough, who did the same thing, so she punched him too? I like her already.
Yeah, but his sister is hauling a good look.
Should. Third rail's getting old, but Magnolia knows...
I have to agree with you. Anyway.
We've met.
Yeah, you've never seen anyone collect tin cans and desk fans.
Uh-huh.
So you heard about the telemetry that Iggy brought back, right?
Nah, they ain't
Given the Institute can read your mind now? Yes, I do believe it. I was actually asking because the sheriff isn't talking to anyone about it, other than Babs and Lieutenant Dan. They're working real hard on something for the... Crenshaw said the
Fuck me. Some real, practically magic.
Got a feeling I know what the sheriff's using that...
Good point.
Expansion? Is that what you...
Well, when you put it...
I don't need a bunch of schmucks while...
Right.
You ever work cut out...
I thought we found a masonry cut-in.
We did. Just gotta find something...
Oh, yeah.
I will. Make sure...
Hey, that's not just...
Sounds like a plan.
Sure thing. We're gonna go talk to Crenshaw now. Rumor has it you've met already. He's the head scout for the FSD. We're lucky he's in, because he's usually out on some extended patrol or something. But when he's here, he's roomies with Lieutenant Spears. He's like Harkin, Spears, and Dan in that he was under the sheriff's command in the Brotherhood of Steel, went AWOL with the rest of them. The lieutenants call him Iggy, when it's informal, on account of his first name being Ishmael. That's who Linda was talking about before. I used to know the Commonwealth better than he did, and he's got this thing where he just remembers everywhere he's been like he wrote it down. Anyway, they say he's from the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel, but they sent him to the capital to be their eyes on some radical elder guy and report back. He was assigned to the sheriff's squad, and the rest is history. Yo, Crenshaw! Glad I caught.
There she is, our Diamond Lil. I knew you'd be up and around in no time.
So this is Crenshaw. You two met when you broke open the door. Don't mind the room full of really fucking cool shit that he won't let me touch. I don't even know where he found most of it.
Hey, I'm usually the first on the...
Uh-huh.
It's good to see you again. Damn, maybe I was a little too loud. But Lily, I'm glad you caught me. So how you feeling?
I feel like everyone's been asking me that question. I'll sweat it, man. I'll be okay. Some weird dreams, maybe a headache or two.
That's the Lily I...
Except I...
What do you mean?
Right.
Sheriff. I told her
Seriously? Why not? You got the salt. I've seen it myself the...
Fucking A, I could do it. She just wants to
I hear you, Lily, but I've known the sheriff for almost 20 years.
Huh? What do you...
Let me put it this way. I'm gonna give you a reason to not take that job.
Oh, great. Just...
Hear me out. You know the story about Dry Fountain? That town in PA we got court-martialed for defending? And where the sheriff lost her arm, right?
Yeah.
We did. But a big part of the reason we stayed was a little girl in that town who followed the sheriff. She'd be around the same age as you now. Had no parents, nobody looking out for her. It didn't happen overnight when she got to the sheriff. But the gunners killed her in that attack. And the Brotherhood had no sympathy. And that changed her. Changed her forever. She's been trying to fill that hole ever since, usually with Gunner's blood.
What are you saying, Iggy?
The sheriff never had...
Well, yeah, none of you outcasts do.
Cute. Okay, let me put it this way. Lenny, the sheriff lost control when she found him.
Okay, what's this got to do?
It was just the two of us talking one night, and she made me promise not to tell anyone.
Still not following my... You really think so?
Yeah, she's looking out for you. Maybe you can look out for her this way.
But me?
Lil, ask yourself if the sheriff you know would have stuck around after the gunner attack. All of this. The department, us. There's a lot of gunners she can pay back for Pennsylvania. And there's a girl she's looking out for. And I heard why you and Zeke started up the Atom Cats. That the sheriff wouldn't let you join the new force because you were too young. So when you stop to think about it, the Atom Cats wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for her sticking around. But yes, Lily, that's how she sees.
She told me to come find her when she got off. I figured she...
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So you handled yourself out there pretty well. I gotta go finish this.
Right.
Maybe we can back each other up and I can get some scouting done while I'm out. Well then. Okay then. Well.
Don't tell anybody.
Stay safely.
Sure.
You too, Crenshaw. See ya. You know this guy, right? Yo, Crenshaw. Glad I caught you.
There she is, our diamond.
So this is Crenshaw. You two met when you broke open the door before I could kill the courser and escape on my own? Don't... What are you saying, Iggy?
You know, so... Well then, till next time. Okay then. Stay...
You too, Crenshaw. We're gonna meet Commander Delano next. She works the window in the yellow zone and keeps the paperwork in line up there. She grew up in Nuka World and moved... Make it on their own some time ago. Her sister ended up marrying and having a daughter, Andy, Sergeant Oaks. Well, like I said, they, both got killed in the gunner attack. So Angie's kind of been making sure he gets through life one day at a time since then. She took the staff deputy job a few years back to stay closer to him and moved into this next room here. She's big on interior decorating and classed up her joint. Judging by her room, you barely know there was a nuclear war. She just had a kid not too long ago. Named it after her dead sister, Abby. Evan usually babysits her during the day. Before you ask, the father was a settler who hit the road the moment he learned she was pregnant. Real piece of shit, so don't mention that. And before you ask, yet again, yes, this whole department wants to settle down with Oaks. It's just, Oaks is pretty damaged goods after his family died. but Angie's always been there for him. The whole best friend and sister of your wife thing and how obvious it is makes it kind of awkward. Real delicate situation, you know? Hey, Angie, guess who?
There was a small crowd around Gary's place.
Got a headache for sure.
Right.
I understand the feeling.
How's she doing?
She's doing fine. She's settled down right now. Evan is taking a lesson from Zwicky right now, so I've got to watch her. But she's never any trouble.
Speaking of little Abby, being in that lockup made me do a lot of thinking about it. I didn't stop by to say hi to him just now because he's on duty.
He's Oaks. He just hurts. It's in his eye. I've seen him smile a few times at little Abby before he catches himself and stops.
Sure.
He never gives himself a moment's peace over it.
Rizzo has taught me, guys, he would make a really good father.
I know. He's so You're the one who brought back that son of a bitch Gunner's head, right? Good. That fucker killed my sister and niece. I hope he's...
Fucking A! I bet you sawed his head off. That's the way we do around here when we never forgive, we never forget, and we always set...
Always a...
Who, me?
I know it heals nothing in the long run, and it's not going to bring my sister or niece back. But, if nothing else, you send them a clear...
I'm gonna leave you to some quiet time with...
Oh, so they're giving the garage to you? Congratulations. Don't take that red curtain personally. There's a lot of construction going on.
The sheriff said it was cool as long as the place doesn't stay a dump. So we officially gotta expand through Linda's room to get it.
Oh, she's gonna love that news.
Hi there.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Alright, so we're gonna head on to your place now. Before you ask, these other two rooms here on the left are already spoken for. Their first one there is going to what Crenshaw tells me is a grumpy and mute one-man killing machine from the Outcasts in Pennsylvania. I don't know much more about him, just that he works well with the sheriff. Must be the mute killing machine aspect that appeals to him. The second room on the left is another one of those places you don't want to go unless you're keen on getting shot by me or a deputy. It's for Babs, and a work overflow for now. There's a lot of things in there with like lights and gizmos and shit. Real complicated, real delicate. I avoid it. Kind of shit makes my brain
No
hurt.
way to pick this.
She's smart enough for both of us anyway.
Don't have the key. Hey there.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. We're always in such a hurry. So here it is. It's the last bit of unclaimed open space in the department until we clear out near Hawkins' room. None of these garage doors down here work, but it ain't like any of us have cars anyway. It needs work, but it's big. Biggest room here yet. You got electric hookup, bathroom, and shower upstairs, dedicated rats, neighbors you've never met, and trash. Lots of trash. It's all yours. Take a look around. Let me know what you think.
Taste.
Not that it matters, because I'm getting my room back either way. And we can keep on with the tour.
Excuse me.
So what you think? You ready to finish up the tour? Well, maybe not a doomsday device. Nuclear war.
Uh-huh.
Looks like you get the biggest room in the house. I can hear the others grumbling about it now, but
Uh-huh.
come on. I want to show you Babs' trippy magical room. I mean the other one. You've already... So this is the tunnel DP and his friends dug to fill up the center field greenhouse. Normally, this is locked down real tight, so get a good look. Babs used some sort of underground radar thing she got from her vault to figure out where to dig before they even started. It was really cool. It looked like a damn lawnmower that she supercharged by hooking it into a fusion generator. Next thing you know, we're looking at a map of the dirt itself. Anyway, we're headed to a solid rock cavern that doohickey of hers detected. Wait till you see what's down there now.
Hi.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry. Tell me this cave moss isn't cool. See a pulse like that? Babs said it's technically non-moss since there's no sunlight down here. She said something about chemo trophies or something. I don't know. I usually tune out when she starts talking nerd. This is where Babs stores the water for her greenhouse. She draws the water from old pre-war sources that are a lot deeper than we are now. But this down here, this is one of the secrets to our success. As much clean water as we need. Wait till you see it. It's so cool.
Hey.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
You stumble into a library? What's with the sudden silence?
Hey.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry.
After this, what say we find a place with a nice fire? Throw these clothes
in. We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. We're always in such a hurry. We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. We're always in such a hurry.
This is spectacular. Either way, knock it off.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Hey there.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing new to report.
Excuse me.
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. You're always in such a hurry.